me. But honestly, I think like I'm coming here in better shape than a couple weeks ago. So I think like the race is gonna make me feel better. And I think like the last couple of days, I mean, the last few days of training, like the last 10 days since the Spanish Champs, I've really focused on like what I had to focus on. And I think like it's gonna pay off in the final on Sunday.
So what have you been focusing on?
I mean, obviously, I think I've been putting more volume this winter, especially for the summer. And I think I was a little flat, especially on Mirror's games and the Spanish Champs. And I think like now I developed a little bit of that speed that I needed for championships, and I think it's gonna really help me a lot because I'm not a 5K type runner for the 1500. I'm more like a 150, 100 guy. So I think like, you know, like sometimes you gotta do the other work to get you ready for summer, but it's important also to do the other work to get you ready for championships, especially in winter.
What are some of the things that you've been dealing with throughout the winter so far?
And honestly, nothing really, like no health related stuff, but we've definitely changed training a little bit. We focus more on endurance, you know, like VO2 sessions, kind of like the 5K side of the 1500. And for me, that's kind of new. You know, I didn't work out like that in college, so I'm still developing in that area. And I think, you know, focusing in that area has made me a little bit slower in the other side. But like I said, I think the last few days have really been good for me, and like I think like I'm going back to the point where I wanted to be for World Indoors, and I think that's gonna pay off. Yeah.
When you're looking towards the final, are you prepared for a fast race? Are you prepared for maybe a slower race? Like, are you going to be ready for those different type of races that might come?
Yeah, I mean, like today was slow. I think like a faster race would be better for me, obviously, especially now. I feel like I've been able to run fast in the 1500 for like a few races. You know, like all summer I was running like 3:31, so I'm pretty comfortable in that type of race. And I think like he can go fast. Obviously, Jacob's not here, but I think like he can also be slow. So I'm ready for any type of race.
What was your reaction to Katia's suspension, not only being Spanish, but also finishing right out of the medals behind him at Worlds?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, it's a surprise for me, to be honest with you, because obviously I don't expect anybody, especially in the pro world, to like have 3 water bus failures. I think it's a pretty important task that we have to fill up every day. You know, like it's probably like the most important thing we do besides training. And yeah, it was a surprise. Obviously, he was a big rival for me in Spain, and yeah, I mean, I trust the AIU to like take the best decisions regarding that case. And I think like now he admitted the suspension, so like he has to be banned for 2 years. Yeah.
What's the feeling being a 4th placer in a race where, you know, you're behind a guy who's ultimately suspended?
I mean, obviously it's very frustrating, right? But like it's something that I cannot control. I'm not gonna get that medal, and like I'm not gonna get, you know, like the feeling of being in the podium in the gym, but like something I cannot control. So I prefer to not give it a lot of thought, because at the end of the day, that's only gonna frustrate me instead of like make me run better. And I think I have many other chances to get that medal even better, and I think that's what I gotta focus on.